Good afternoon. I appreciate you joining us today. It's not the normal bright, beautiful, sunny day that we've had for these types of openings, but it's a great day for the city of Springfield. Welcome to Springfield's new consolidated fleet facility. Let me begin by thanking the City Council for approving this consolidation, as well as everyone who has been involved in making it happen today. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank Alderman McMenamin, who has joined us today, who was very supportive through the process of purchasing and moving forward with this facility. This project is something that everyone agreed needed to be done, but like many things, it took time and a great deal of effort to get done. Most importantly, this garage will save the city money and provide for a more efficient operation. At the same time, it provides our employees with much better working conditions, equipment, and training. It is an example of looking at our operations and saying there is a better and more efficient way to operate. The initial estimate that we had was that we could save in excess of $5 million over a 5-year period by consolidating our 4 single garages into a new single fleet facility. And that $5 million took into account the investment that would have to be made to purchase and get this building operating. In reality, the savings will exceed that $5 million estimate. This is an example of how we have turned the finances around in city government. It is because we have a management team that works together to manage city government and manage the budget. This isn't just about the bottom line, although the bottom line is always important in our ability to provide services to the people of Springfield. We did this because when we manage the budget, the fate of the city is more secure, the jobs here are more secure, employment in general in our community becomes more secure, and the services that our citizens expect are more secure. In other words, we can make the future of our city more secure. The money that we save here can be used to provide other services to the people of Springfield. When the Maximus study was commissioned to look at jobs in city government, we took its recommendations with optimism and caution. It was not easy to implement those recommendations, but there was no way we were going to put the city's financial house in order without reducing employment. One of its recommendations was that the 4 separate garages were unnecessary, as one consolidated garage could do the same job with increased efficiency and cost savings. This ribbon cutting represents the culmination of momentum we have made over the last 4 years. My top priority has been and continues to be maintaining Springfield's financial stability, because when that happens, other great things like infrastructure and extra pension payments can take place, and we can deliver the services that the public demands. We make the hard decisions and sacrifices today so the future can be brighter. It is important that city government is fair to its taxpayers and that we continue to balance the cost and benefits of our operations. Today, I am pleased to report that this consolidated garage will save city government and its residents literally millions of dollars per year for as long as city government operates. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Director of Budget Management, who has been responsible for putting this operation together, Bill McCarty, and I welcome Alderman Simpson.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. Well, today is the culmination of a very long and difficult journey. Mike Palazzolo, who has been integral to making this happen, has worked with me every step of the way for 2.5+ years to make today a reality. And when I think back to all of the trials and tribulations that we went through to get here today, I often wonder to myself, if I had known then what I know now, would I have done it again? And when I look around here and I see all of you and I see all of the mechanics who have come together and I see this wonderful facility, the answer is an unequivocal yes. This is a fantastic operation that we now have here. It's a fantastic building, and it's something that's going to benefit the taxpayers of Springfield in perpetuity, just as the mayor said. Now, I simply want to do the same thing at the mayor. I want to thank some folks. First and foremost, I want to thank Mayor Houston and the City Council who supported this from the very beginning. It was very difficult. We had a lot of bumps in the road, but at the end of the day, the mayor and the council came together, and today is a reality because of that. So I really appreciate your support, Mayor. And to you, Alderman McMenamin and Alderman Simpson, thank you very much. Also want to thank Mike Palazzolo once again. Mike put off retirement to do this. He was going to retire about 3 years now. And he didn't. He didn't because Mike has been saying from the beginning, since he got here, that having 4 different garages is unnecessary and wasteful. And when he saw the opportunity to participate, to be a part of this consolidation, he said he was going to put off retirement. He wanted to make this happen because he knew it was the best thing for the city of Springfield, and he wanted to be a part of it. He wanted this to be his legacy as he goes out the door. And Mike, I cannot thank you enough for all of your efforts. Please give Mike a hand. Well, I was getting to that, Mayor. Before the festivities started today, Mike said, well, now that we're consolidated, I can retire, right? And I said, no, you can't. Mike and I have talked about this. Today is the culmination of the journey of getting everyone together in one place, all under the same roof, so that our mechanics can work on anything and everything, no matter which department it comes from. But we still have a lot of work to do. This is a major operational change from how things have been forever in the city of Springfield. And with any major operational change, especially in government, you're going to have your share of ups and downs. And right now, still a lot of downs. But Mike stays on, and we continue working together and doing the type of activities and putting the effort in that we put in for 2.5 years. In another 12 to 18 months, this will be a very efficient operation. It's going to be running much more smoothly, and even those skeptics out there in government that we have within the city, and we still have plenty, they will come around and they will see that this was indeed the best way to go. So with that, I'm going to bring the mayor back up here to answer any questions, but I thank everyone who was involved in this, and I thank all of you for coming today to help us officially open this fantastic facility. Mayor?
Are there questions that we could answer for the press?
Mayor, can you break down the millions saved per year that you talked about pretty much since this is coming to inception?
In terms of looking at that $5.1 million estimate that they had put together over the 5-year period, part of that started out with the fact that we had a management team in each of those 4 garages. And I'm not sure exactly what the number was. Was it $465,000?
Well, in most simplistic terms, we had 47 people involved in fleet maintenance, including technicians and management, prior to the consolidation. Today, as a consolidated entity, we have 33. And eventually, as we become more efficient, we will be down in the 20s. So when you look in terms of the savings, we're already at $1 million when you look at coming from 47 down to 33. We're already at $1 million plus. And as we continue to make that more efficient, we continue to improve our processes, improve our productivity, improve our training, we're going to get more going through the door, which means we need less mechanics down the road. So that is where the savings comes from.
And did you end up finding new positions for those people that are no longer with fleet management, or are those positions just done?
You want to take that one?
The positions that are here, everyone that was working within the garages really are here, or they chose not to come here. I can think of one person that stayed in Public Works. I can think of, I think, someone within City Water, Light, and Power. As we looked at the management structure, when we came down to the tail end, I believe that there were 2 people left that did not have positions, and they both found other positions within city government.
To answer your question, Alex, I believe, which is, were there any layoffs associated with this consolidation? And the answer is no. The decrease in headcount came through finding other positions that needed to be filled within city government for some folks, and through normal attrition.
Is the CWLP garage still operating, and is it doing the same thing it was doing before?
No. The CWLP mechanics are here. Now, they still have a body shop over at Grove Street, but as those people retire, those positions will not be filled.
Is that going to be closed eventually? Or?
Yes, we have a memorandum of understanding with the union that we will close the body shop, or can close the body shop, within 4 years.
When will body work happen here?
We are going to evaluate that over the next few years. We may maintain a small presence, but we will not. Right now we have 5 individuals in the body shop, and we will not have one that large in the future.
So you're going to contract that out then?
We will look at, certainly that work will need to get done, and we'll look at all of our alternatives. But again, over the next 3 to 4 years, we will be evaluating that. Right now, our main concern has been getting everyone in the door and making sure the maintenance on the vehicles, which is our core competency, is taken care of.
And which were the 4 garages? It was this?
Well, wasn't this because this is we purchased this garage, and we actually got this at a very, very good price. We purchased this for $400,000. And in doing that, we traded our Singer Avenue police garage to the people who owned this garage. Then our Public Works were using that facility for storage, and we are going to do some renovations down there, because that is a very old, dilapidated type of garage, but we plan to continue to use it. CWLP on Grove Street will be using the facilities where the garage was for CWLP purposes, and we are still using the small building where the fire department was in operations for other fire department operations.
And the other thing that we've done, Bernie, is Division 3 of the fire department, the training division, was at Singer as well with the police mechanics. They have moved over to the offices of the old CWLP garage.
The facilities that are still in use and other purposes, how long do you foresee those facilities remaining in use with the city? Is there a plan to sell off those facilities in the near future?
The only facility that we were interested in selling off was the Singer Avenue, and we were able to negotiate that as part of the purchase of this facility.
You've mentioned the savings of money. I mean, how has that money impacted the city so far? Is that money already being funneled into other areas, or is that something that's not going to begin to really take effect until after the new year?
We've been saving this year about $1 million in terms of salaries, as we would look at the actual cost of people who were working in the garages through attrition. As we talk about a $5 million savings over a 5-year period, those are dollars that we will be saving into the future. And actually, when that consultant's report was put together that estimated a cost savings of $5.1 million plus over the 5-year period, that did not take into account the savings that we're getting off of our Napa contract, which we estimate about $200,000 a year.
And certainly in saving those dollars, that just simply means that those resources that would have gone to the garages can now be allocated elsewhere. And we have no shortage of needs within the city, so it will be well utilized.
If you have no other questions, if we could get everybody up, we're going to clip a ribbon. And after we clip a ribbon, we're going to have some cookies and are we ready?
Sure.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so